Hey guys, it's Epic, and today I want to talk to you about 5 luxury items that I carry out on the trail. So I know we spend a lot of time on this channel talking about the gear that is essential to go out backpacking, but today I want to spend a little bit of time talking about the gear that you can take out that is not necessary to go out on your hike, but can make your life a little bit more comfortable out on the trail. So item number 1 on my list, guys, is headphones. Because sometimes when I'm out on the trail, I really want to be tuned into the nature around me and I'm really focused on the hike that I'm on. Sometimes on multi-day trips, I have those days where I'm just not super into it and I got to make miles and I just want to put my head down and hike. And for that, I'm really into audiobooks and music. It really helps me crush some miles, but I also want to be safe out on the trail. So specifically, I like my Areopex headphones from Shokz. These headphones are bone conduction. They don't go directly in your ears, so you can still hear your music, you can still hear your audiobooks, but it allows you to also hear what's going on around you for safety reasons. So item number 2 on my list is an ultralight trail umbrella. I always bring rain gear out on the trail, but sometimes it's nice to be able to bring that umbrella so you can attach it to your backpack and not have to put on your rain gear. This really cuts down on the amount of sweat that you build up on the inside of your rain jacket. And another great function for it is if you're using GPS, if you're using the Guthooks app or you're using Gaia, it's nice to be able to hold your phone under the umbrella without it getting rain on your phone, messing up your touchscreen. I really like that feature. This is also useful for all of you content creators out there, so you can operate your touchscreen cameras without being affected by the rain, so you can still film. Item number 3 is my Thermodrop Thermometer. I really like this item. Specifically for me, it really helps when I'm testing gear for you guys out on the trail, things like sleeping bags and quilts, so I know what the ambient temperature is around me and whether or not a quilt is performing the way it's supposed to before I do a review on it. But it's also just great in general when you're hiking to be able to know the weather right where you're at. Knowing the temperature right where you're at is tricky because you can pull all of the weather reports that you want before the trip, but you're never going to know exactly what the temperature is right where you're standing. So having a thermometer on trail is really useful for that purpose. Item number 4 is a seat or a butt pad. This is not a requirement on trail. You can definitely sit on the dirt. You can definitely sit on that wet log out there. It's not going to hurt you any. But it is really nice to be able to have a sit pad, especially if you're going to be sitting down for a long period of time. And in the wet weather I experience 9 months out of the year here in Washington, it's really nice to be able to sit down on something without getting my shorts wet all the time. Lately I've been using this sit pad from a company called WWAGO, which folds up into a smaller profile, and I like that better than the traditional trifold ones that you typically see. And the last item on my list, guys, is body wipes. Now, this is not a substitute for a shower, and everybody knows that hikers stink, especially on multi-day trips out there. But the purpose of bringing body wipes for me is to wipe my bits and crevices and get the salt out of those areas, because that's one of the primary causes of chafe. For anybody who's ever had chafe out on the trail, you know it's no fun. It's basically just an open wound that's collecting bacteria in places that you don't want. So when you get an opportunity, pick yourself up some body wipes for the trail. Well guys, that's all I have for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Drop me a comment down below and let me know what luxury items you go and take out on trail. If you like what we do, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you know when we make future content. You can also check us out on Instagram, support us on Patreon, and go check us out on our website for hiking articles and gear recommendations. Now get off your butts and go play outside.